Welcome. Would you love to hear a channeled message from a deceased or departed loved one? I'm Rosetta. Pick a card, 1, 2, or 3, and let's see if we can connect you to a message from a deceased or departed loved one that you would like to hear from. So while you decide which of the 3 cards you would like to choose, I'm going to draw some additional cards under each one, and then we're going to go ahead with the reading. So hang in there while I shuffle a few times and just decide which card you feel the most drawn to. Okay, so I'm pulling cards for card number 1 and card number 2. And then guys, these are not necessarily all the cards I'm going to be drawing. We're going to see how the reading develops, and there may even be additional cards drawn. And here's some cards for those who are choosing card number 3. All right, everyone. So timestamps for each of the 3 readings will be in the description below. And let's go, everyone. Welcome, group 1. All right, let's see who feels like they're coming through for you here. So we're going to lay out the cards that I drew. Okay, it looks like in this reading, a couple of different loved ones are coming through. All right, we see somebody who in their life on earth was really a stickler for right and wrong. Okay, so we see someone like that, and maybe could be someone of either gender, but maybe a male figure, as I'm feeling a little bit more. And then we've got maybe I'm feeling to be a female figure, but someone who was very intuitive. So if there's one person that you're thinking would come back with a message for you, that you felt like this person was the person who really had that ESP in their life, they were always able to predict things to you, or they were the person who always knew, oh, that person looks good on the outside, but they're not really a good person, or would warn you against friends or people who you thought were wonderful, and they said, no, that person's going to betray you, those kind of things, then that is that person coming forward. Okay, so messages from this justice-oriented person, okay? And let's just get into the messages first, and then we're going to back up to the Sun card, okay? So we're going to wind up back there. Okay, so first of all, they want you to know, if you're going through difficulties in your life right now, 7 of Wands, you are in the right. So don't give up on anything that you're kind of fighting for. It may seem a little too hard right now, but you're in the right, and they want you to know if you just persist, then you're going to prevail. So they're saying, hang in there, we love you, we support you, hang in there. And then it's the 4 of Swords in reverse. So they're a little bit concerned that you have stopped working toward what you want, and you feel like, oh, I just need to take a break. I need to sit back. I need some rest. And for whatever reasons, they're saying to you right now, no, now is not the time to rest. Now is the time to get back into action. So they just really want to strongly support you in this. So guys, if you're not sure what they're referring to, then I would like you to write down on a piece of paper somewhere, okay, what am I really fighting for? What do I really want to achieve? Is there a dream I've given up on because I thought it was too hard? This person is saying, if what you're doing is for the benefit of yourself as well as the benefit of others, and sometimes that's just that you want to be the person who gives a strong, good example to other people in your family, to your friends. By you succeeding, you're going to show to them that it is possible. Okay, so keep going. So that's this one particular loved one. Now let's go to this highly intuitive loved one. All right, and so we're going to need some extra cards on this because this is kind of an opposite message to what this justice-loving loved one had to say. Okay, so what's going on with this? What is going on with the Ace of Wands in reverse, the World in reverse? So this person is saying there's something that's holding you back that they want to help you with. There's something that's holding you back. Okay, what is it? Tell us more. Okay, so this loved one is a little concerned because she feels, or they feel, okay, so if you've got this intuitive loved one that maybe what did not come in a female package, whatever the gender of this loved one was, they're concerned that you also deserve to be loved. And they're saying through the pursuit of this thing that you've been interested in achieving, somehow it's taking you away from also finding the love that you want and deserve. So they're not conflicting with this other message, but they're just saying but and but. Also, yes, keep doing this, keep working on this thing that's been a little hard for you to achieve, but it still has this attraction to you. Okay, so you've given up on it maybe because you think it was too hard, but it still attracts you. You still want this. But don't let that. There's more to life than just this one project. So there's more to life. The completeness of your life also includes a really supportive love relationship. And it's there for you if you can have maybe two focuses. There's this. But just to know, especially if you're someone who maybe has given up on love, that no, this ancestor, this loved one is saying that she's there or they're there to help you in this. So if this resonates with you, if you have not found the kind of love that you feel is really supportive to you, that you really feel, oh, this is my person, this is where I feel that I'm at peace in my relationship, that I have that security in my relationship that I've wanted. If you feel you don't have that yet, then talk to this person that you wanted to hear from and say, okay, just give me the next step of the way, and she will assist you. Okay, so let's come back to the Sun card, which is the card that you chose. These two loved ones are here for you at any time, and they both are united in wanting you to have the ultimate happiness in life. It's just they come at it from two different perspectives because they were two different humans in their earthly life. All right, so they're both here to help you. Speak to them, pray to them, or just talk to them, and they will come to your aid, and they're going to give you those specific next steps of the way for both of these areas of your life. All right, if you like this reading, if you'd like to see more, please do subscribe, like this video, and if you make a comment on this video, it really also helps this video to come to more people so that they can also hear these messages from their loved ones. So sending you blessings and love, and hope to see you on another one of my videos soon. Welcome, Group 2. Okay, this is the card you chose. Here are the cards that you saw me pull at the top of the video. Let's see what we've got here for you. Okay, so we're hearing from a couple of different people here, so I need to hone this down. There's a lot of people who want to come through here, and I will say that, they're in reverse. So if you came here because you wanted to hear a message from someone you had a conflict with in their earthly life, then you're at the right place. This is all about conflicts primarily. If you did not want to hear from someone that you had conflicts with, then please do check out instead my reading for Group 1 or Group 3. Okay, because there's always a message for you here in my videos, but sometimes it's really funny, that message can come through in a different card than the one you chose. Okay, so now let's move on. We can't possibly hear from all of these people. So we're focusing here on the Emperor in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse. So we're having a lot of male energy in this reading. Okay, so let's talk to both of these people, and then we're going to come down here and see what we have in these two cards. All right, and the card you chose. Let's go to the card you chose, which is the Eight of Wands. So this is definitely, once again, kind of a male energy card with the Eight of Wands. So it does not surprise me that those are the kinds of loved ones that did show up for this particular card. But it's action oriented. It's do. Get out there and work for it. It's as if the effort and the muscle can overcome any problem. So we're going to go first to the Emperor. Okay, so Emperor is coming through with the Two of Swords. So their number one message to you, and then we're going to pull a little bit, at least one extra card on this, is they're saying, stop thinking about it and do it, for God's sake. Stop thinking about it and doing it. So stop trying to protect yourself. And if you set down one of your swords, then you've got a hand free to take off this blindfold. There's something important that you're not seeing. And this is funny. So this person is really kind of ticked off about this. It's like, what are you doing? What is the problem? What are you doing? So if you knew somebody in life that has passed on, who had this kind of like impatient energy. Like, what are you messing around? Like, just do it like this. This might have been a person that in life you felt was disparaging of you. You might have felt that this person didn't respect you, didn't love you as much as they loved some other people. And they're still kind of coming forward with that. Okay, so I'm speaking to this person and saying, okay, do you have any loving message for your descendant at all? So for the person who's watching this, okay, for the person who wanted to connect, do you have anything of a positive nature to say? Okay, so we get your message here. The viewers have gotten this message. Do you have anything of a loving nature to say at all? This person is not a particularly loving individual. They just say that whatever it is that you are now wanting in life, this is about as much as cozy and fuzzy as this person gets. Whatever it is that they're advising you about, like, just get on with it. Stop waiting, move ahead on it. They also want you to know that you are right, you are worthy. If you're questioning your own motivation, if you're questioning your own abilities, they want you to know, yes, you can do it. Yes, they are proud of your abilities. And you are right in wanting what you want. And you're not taking away from anyone else by wanting what you want. They want you to go for it. Okay, so that's this person. Let's go on to this other heavy male energy, the Hierophant in reverse. Okay, so this was somebody who was all about doing it right, getting it right. Might have been somebody with strong religious beliefs, but because of all of this, they tended to be a harmful influence. Or maybe, remember this is a group reading, so I want to explain these cards in a couple of different ways because different people are going to be getting this message. So might also have been hypocritical. So on the one hand, they expected you to be perfect. They exacted a heavy toll when you weren't perfect. But they themselves, you might have found out later, had a lot of chinks in the armor. They might have done some things that went completely against what they said their beliefs were. So now we've got message from this one is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and I need to know a little bit more about this. Okay, so they now realize that the way they treated you was not in your best interests. They realize through things that were screwed up in their own childhood and their own background, where they came from, they put on this front, and who they were behind this strong, rule enforcing front was not really even who they were. They regret this very much right now. So they're saying that they're sorry. They see that their behavior toward you weakened you as a person. Here's who you were meant to be, very well grounded, strong, knowing what you wanted in life, able to easily achieve everything that you wanted to do, very self-confident. And they see that they took this away from you. Okay, so they are wondering, can they get a fresh start with you? Page of Cups. So they want to be with you. They want to be advising you, but in a much more lighthearted, fun, happy way than what you experienced with them in life. And so if you're willing to give them another chance, they want to be treating you with the kind of love and attention and approval that you didn't feel from them in life. Okay? So yeah, at the bottom of this whole thing is this desire to not only be loved, but desire to enjoy life, to have fun. And from both of these ancestors or both of these people in your life, because they might be friends, they might not be blood relatives, right? Because lots of different people are going to be viewing this reading. But this feeling, this heavy, punitive, disapproving energy that you felt from both of these people made it hard for you to simply enjoy life. You always felt that you had to be proving something to somebody. And so we just want at this point to consider putting down the swords and just getting to know people. What are they really like? You don't have anything you have to prove. You can just be one of the group and let people get to know you. You don't have to be rushing in. You don't have to have an agenda. So that's what's coming through for you in this reading. If you received something from this reading, of course, I would always love it if you subscribe and like the video. And one of the most important things you could do is just leave me a comment, because that really affects more people's ability to see these videos coming up on their feed. As always, sending you lots of love and blessings, and hope to see you in another one of my readings soon. Welcome group 3. So these are the cards that you saw me pull at the very top of the reading. This is the card that you chose. Let's see what we have for you. Okay, so for some of you, so remember, there are going to be various people viewing this reading. So I'm going to give you a couple different scenarios so that you know whether this is the one for you to stick with or whether you should go back and view my readings for card number 1 or card number 2. Okay, because there's always a message for you in my videos, but sometimes, you know how the cards can be sneaky, that message might turn up in a different card group than the one you chose. Okay, so central card that you chose was Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm feeling like many of you may have wanted to hear from a female relative. Something kind of different is coming through here, though, so we're going to find out more about it. So if some of you have lost a partner, then this is your reading. Okay, so we're going to take that and give that message first, and then we're going to go on to the other scenario over here. So we've got the 2 of Cups, the love and commitment card. We've got the Star card, which is wishes and dreams. So if you lost a partner, a husband or wife or a spouse, a long-term romantic partner, or maybe you were engaged to someone and something rapidly changed and took them out of this life, they are trying to contact with you. They're wanting to let you know how much they loved you, and they're wanting you to know that they are still with you. They're watching you. They're seeing your hopes and dreams. They want, so coming down this way, they realize how much you have grieved and are still grieving. And they're hoping that by connecting with you and giving you this message, that you are going to know that they want you to start healing from this situation. You are not being faithful to them by continuing to suffer. They are saying to you, 4 of Wands, that it is your choice. They see that it's almost like they have planned this. They see that there's another happy life partner that is there for you, waiting in the wings, so to speak. So there is happiness going ahead, and that you would not be violating your love for them by having a new love. In fact, this is what they're encouraging and they want you to do. But it's ultimately your choice. They will always be with you. They will always be blessing you and trying to arrange things from the next world to bless you. Okay, so they love you so much, they want you to be happy in this life on earth right now. But whatever your dreams are, as you go through life, they're always going to be there helping you to achieve them, helping you to have the happiness you want because they loved you so much in their earthly life. All right, so Queen of Pentacles, let's go back to it. Irrespective of gender, the court cards of Pentacles are about happiness and fulfillment in this earthly life, and that's what they want to have. They're hoping and wanting to help you to have. So if you speak to them, if you converse with them and tell them what you really want, they're always going to be there trying to help you to have that. Okay, and they want the suffering to stop so that new happiness can come in. So you may not choose to have another romantic partner, but if you want to, it's there for you. The 4 of Wands is just that happy, celebratory love of life in whatever form that takes for you, in whatever form you want. Okay, so now we're going to pull this other alternative, okay, that we have the 6 of Swords. We have the Hanged Man. This is a person. So this is a completely different person coming through. This is a person who sacrificed a lot and didn't necessarily have happiness in their earthly life. So lots of different scenarios depending on which is the loved one that you're wanting to connect with. But this could be someone who took their own life. This could be someone who just struggled a lot in life and left Earth never finding the happiness they wanted. Okay, so one thing went not their way, and then they traveled to another place. Whether it's figuratively or whether they actually moved from place to place, they kept looking for their happiness and they never found this. Okay, so I just want to pull a couple more cards on this other person who's coming through and see what I can tell you about them. And as always, if you're not recognizing, so if this situation did not suit you and you're not immediately recognizing who this person is, please think about it, because they are strongly coming through with a message for you. So a lot of times after the reading is over, a couple days from now, you might think, oh, I know who that was. I know who that was. All right, so what's the message? What's the message here? Okay, so once again, this is going to be a message that's only going to resonate with a few people. Okay, so you're going to know if you have lost a romantic partner then you already know, is that you or is it not, right? But this one is, if this is specifically if you have certain struggles in your life, then this person represented by the Hanged Man is having a message for you. All right, so if you have no struggles, whether they be emotionally or mentally or substance misuse or, the various devils, like anger management problems. So if you have nothing like that and your life is pretty calm and smooth and there's no inner demons that you're struggling with, I would say, please check out the readings within this video for group 1 or group 2, because very, very different loved ones show up there. If you're resonating with this, they are here to help you. All right, so they're saying that oftentimes when we have problems like this, we don't want anybody else to know. So we either kind of hole up in a cave, or we might be very social, but we just hide a lot of things from others. Like nobody knows the struggles we're going through. We think people are going to think less of us if they know about the struggles we're going through. And this person is saying also in their life, they didn't share with others. They tried to shoulder the burden all by themselves, and they really wish they had not done that. Okay, so they want you to have the bravery, have the courage to tell someone, whether it's a family or a friend or whether it's in a counseling situation. They want you to reach out and receive help for this. And they also feel like you're being so hard on yourself. You're feeling like there's something not right about you. You feel like there's only one way that you should be. Okay, so this is the Hierophant card, the rules person. This is like the Pope. This is like the religious leader who says, well, you've got to be perfect, otherwise it's sinful, otherwise it's wrong. And this person is saying that they wish in their life they had stopped feeling like they needed to live up to a certain standard and just found out who they really were and found out what are the blessings in the difficulties that they have and how can they turn those into blessings. So that's what they want you to do. Let me just see if there's any last message. And they're also here to advise and help you. So you can definitely speak to this person and say, okay, what's my next step? What would you have done if you could live over again? What would you have done? Tell me what I should do right now. Okay, anything else from this loved one? Yeah, okay. So they're saying that one of the things that stops you is there's just so many things that people are telling folks in your situation that they should do. And it's just too many choices. Well, I should do this, I should do that, I should try this method for healing or this method for overcoming whatever the situation is. And they're saying it's simple. Don't let it stop you because you think there are too many choices. Just pick any one and start on it. And then you're going to know pretty soon, is that helping? And you can kind of just go down the line, give this one thing a month or two, try something else for a month or two, but just know that what's going to be different now, if you've already done this, what's going to be different now is that they are with you if you choose them to be. They will guide you if you allow them to guide you. Okay, last thought on this. Yes, your emotions are your friends. Okay, so don't feel like you have to stuff yourself into a box to be acceptable. Feel all the feelings. All of the feelings are going to be what lead you to your solution. All right, so this is the one message out of all of the messages in this video that could be helped by an individual one-to-one reading with me, where we could get into exactly what is the specific situation to you personally. So if you're interested in that, check out the description below and you can find out how to get in touch for a personal reading. But one step at a time, and just know that it's possible. And this loved one wants you to admit to and live the truth of your being with all of the good that you have within you, as well as the parts that you've been trying to hide. Okay, so instead of trying to push them deep down inside, by speaking to others about it, you're going to know the next step and you can start unraveling the knot of the problems. Okay, all right, if this reading resonated with you, of course, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and if you leave a comment, it really helps this message, these videos, to come out to more people. Sending you lots of love and blessings, and hope to see you on another one of my videos.